Okay, hello everybody. It's time for game 2 in my standard game series. Already I've got a mistake here. That should be always on top. So let's see. Yeah, I put that there so it's not just black. Excuse me. It's not just black all around the videos when you watch this. There's something interesting. This is a graph of my rating from 2000. You can see I got a lot better way back in like 2002 or something like that. I stopped playing for a long time, played like one more game, then it dropped off, and I played a few games. And my rating isn't established at all, so it's jumping all over the place right now. My rating will be established soon, and I figure it'll be around in here. And I think I'm better than I was back during this time. Right now, I think I'm considerably better, just out of practice, basically. I've only been back into chess for about a year, not even quite a year yet, and I've only gotten really serious about it for a month, couple of months. So this isn't going to be too indicative of anything, but it might be interesting to see what happens from this point on. This is my current rating, which is about 1540. So I'm about to start my game now. All I do is type 15 into the box, which issues a seek, and whenever the game starts, I just play whoever I get, and we'll go from there. Hopefully it won't be too long before the game starts. I don't have much to talk about in case it takes a long time. I know some of the videos, while they wait on an auto pairing to happen, they talk about everything from the news to the weather to chess in general to poker, whatever. I don't plan on doing that. If it takes too awfully long, I will just pause the video and restart it whenever somebody jumps in here. Okay, it looks like somebody has answered the seek. So we'll get started, and for some reason I don't have any sound. Did I click that off? I gotta have sound. Okay, Scandinavian. Um, okay, there's the sound. So obviously going to play knight c3 when he takes with queen d5. No reason to wait on it.
Check.
Okay, so I've seen this before. I don't think it's good, but I need to stop and figure out why, because I haven't seen it and long enough that I don't remember what to do about it. My initial thought is bishop e2, but knight g e2 is also possible. I don't think I want knight g e2 because I don't think that's where I want my knight eventually. So if I play bishop e2, can he double? Can he do some fork trick with my g2 pawn? Let's see. So we'll see bishop here. He can't play here. He can't get to anywhere else that can. Well, what about this? But it doesn't do anything useful. So I'm going to go ahead and play bishop e2. Alright, neither of these two squares are available to him to attack here. I eventually want to play d4 and knight f3, which is why I chose bishop e2, by the way. I mean, seriously, just knight f3, right? I'm going to go ahead and play knight f3. And he's wanting to maintain the pin. Should I just castle here? I'm considering d3, but I don't know why. I think just castle and then rook e1. What about knight d4? Does that do anything? Knight d4, and he'll just waste time protecting the bishop. I've lost. I'll trade off. I think I should do that. At the end of that, he's still going to have his queen out in the center to be chased around. I'll have two pieces developed and be castled, and he'll have basically just his queen in the center. The other way is more complicated than that, but this is simple and should accomplish a couple of goals. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't see any pins or forks or anything yet again, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. All right. Okay, so thinking about just getting castled and then looking at bishop g4. Would bishop g4 first do anything? Let's just go ahead and get castle just to play it safe. How about then d3 or what? This is just weird. I mean, does h4 worry me at all? I just play h3 because then you can have a light square bishop to attack over there. So, I mean, potentially knight f6 and knight g4, and then h3 is kind of scary because of the h file. All right, d4, I guess. Alright, so now I'm looking at bishop g4 first, and then maybe h3 if I need it. So bishop g4, and I can get my pieces out fairly actively. Does this have a downside that I can see? No. Alright, knight d5 jumping out at me. Knight d5, where does the queen go? Likely to one of these squares over here. So that's really not a threat that's advantageous right now, I don't think. I think I might just go ahead and play h3 just to make sure that he doesn't play h3, which will be just uncomfortable enough that I don't need to allow it yet or ever. So let's go ahead and play h3. Gotta watch my d4 pawn. I don't have a knight on f3 to guard it like I'm used to having. So his development is really, really poor. And he's trying to rectify that. That helps with d5 as well. So knight e4, does it do anything useful? Does it trap the queen? It almost traps the queen. We're getting close to trapping the queen. Knight e4, queen moves, and then f5 could be scary. Alright, I'm thinking rook e1 and d5 also coming. So let's try that. Let's go ahead and do rook e1 multi-purpose. He doesn't have any bishop c5 stuff, so let's go ahead and go with that. He's not close to castling unless he goes queenside, which of course he likely will at this point. He just almost has to. I would like to get my bishop out somehow. Somehow to f5, f4 would be nice, but that's not easy at this point. Yeah, now he's trying to castle. So I'm looking at knight e4, queen back, bishop g5, and pawn push doesn't hurt him any. So what about d5 straight away? He just plays e5 right back. So d5, e5, d6, no. About knight b5, then he castles, and that pawn is hanging. So knight b5 would keep him from castling. What about knight b5? Yeah, I like knight b5 here. Any tactics? Doesn't look like it. Knight b5 should... Boy, I'm going to feel silly in a minute, I think. But knight b5 the only unguarded piece, so I don't think there's going to be a fork. Let's go ahead and go with it. I don't have as many spaces for my pieces as I'd like. Now this helps to get my bishop out, and his queen has just gone all the way back to the beginning of the game, and he can't castle still. So this is good. Considering bishop f4 or bishop e3, which one would be better? Bishop f4 might run into e5. That's not going to worry me. Let's just go ahead and go bishop f4. I think that's going to be pretty nice there. If not, I'll come back to e3. I shouldn't lose much. So we're back to having that same forking thread on c7. I'm expecting maybe, well, I don't know. Does he have bishop d6 here? I mean, I don't see that that's going to help him at all. I just take it, right? Bishop d6, knight takes. Might be pretty ugly. Bishop d6, bishop takes. Okay, that just plain old loses the a pawn with tempo. So I don't see why I shouldn't just take that. Don't think about it. Let's take it. But is there anything better? Not yet. Okay, same threat. Right. Now can we shift the focus any? What about d5 here? Mm-hmm. So at this point, how about knight d6, bishop takes, bishop takes? And I've got a pretty nice little piece there. Yeah, let's do that.
Check.
He's definitely going to take with the bishop. Boy, my time. Goodness gracious. And I'm trying to move fast. It's just not happening, is it? If he takes here, I can take back with the queen. What about bishop takes, e takes, rook takes, knight e7. Problem with taking with the queen here is the c2 pawn hangs. Well, I'm strongly considering. Okay, let's look at this real quick. I'm going to go till about 5:45 at most. Bishop e6 takes, blocks. Then I take with the bishop. Queen moves, and then discovered check wins the queen. Let's do it. It'll be fun if nothing else.
Check.
Okay. Is there a way to protect the rook and deliver check at the same time? There's not. So let's go with this. Then we're going to play rook e1. We've also got queen g6 as mate. That sacrifice, okay. That sacrifice was a little more speculative than I would like it to be. But it's probably good. Honestly, it's probably good. I likely missed something in there. Alright, we have to, what do we have to do here? We have to protect both pieces, don't we? Okay, still rook e1 coming. We only have 5 minutes left to find this mate, or win back material. Honestly, I may be up enough pawns to win an endgame. The knight f6 is not something that I enjoy seeing happen there. Oh, okay. So I might have made this a little more complicated than it needed to be. But like I said, I'm having fun. Sort of. So what's his best move here? I don't think anything's hanging. Yeah, that again, huh? So we can repeat the position, basically. Actually, can I just, if I slide in here, I lose the rook. So I would have to come to g4 again. And he just comes back. So he's wanting a draw here. What can I do? What about taking the knight? This may have to be a draw. Unless I take the knight. Boy, I'm running into time trouble. Big time. Just for now. Let's do this. If he comes back here, can I just go to f5 with my knight? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What now? Yeah, I'm going to just go here. It's going to be kind of tight, I think. Yep. Tight may not be the right word. He's going to find all the perfect defenses now, isn't he? This will probably hold on for a bit. So rook e8, and then I'm just sunk, right? I'm going to be kind of disappointed in myself for losing this. How about rook take? I can get back some material here, I think. Rook takes knight. I'm going to go ahead and do that, just to get back some material and maybe make a fight of it. I can just be down one piece here.
Check.
Only a little less than 3 minutes to go now.
Check.
The material is actually a lot closer to being something manageable now. I wish that that rook on c8 was not undefended, or was not defended.
Check.
Might be able to pick up some more material here if he plays recklessly. I'm gonna have to blitz it out, I'm afraid. Either way. Right, so slide over here. A couple more threats. Just having to move fast here, so blunders are likely, but I'll do the best I can, obviously. So when he plays knight e4, f3 should hold that. No, he'll come into blech. I don't like that. Well, if he plays knight at e4, I'll take at least a pawn out of the deal. Okay. No, I can't do that. Oh, shoot. How about... I guess I have to defend here, don't I? Oh, just hung that b-pawn. Moving too fast. So I'll let him have that and play rook e1. And see if I can get some more counterplay. I just don't have time to do this. I just don't have time. And I've sort of given up, you know? And that can't be right. Just look to see what TJ told me. Kind of curious about whether he was watching my game or not. Let's see. Anything that can be done here? Not really. I mean, this is really almost resignable. It probably is resignable. I'm just down a clean knight now, so... I don't know what to do. What do I do here? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't have any good diagonals or files or anything to do here. Well, you're not going to trick me. Or catch me napping, I guess. But I mean, with time trouble the way it is, I guess it's probably not a bad idea to give it a shot. Wonder if it wasn't better to play rook e1 there. At least I had some counterplay on the e8 square. I mean, of course it was better. Of course it was better. Why didn't I do that? Just give it a shot. Does he have any trouble guarding e8? Just rook a8, right? Oh, oh my goodness! I just lucked out.
Check.
Okay, well, you saw a pretty embarrassing game from me, but it happens, and that's one reason why they have the rating they have, I guess. Some people play consistently, and some people don't. That's the kind of thing you got to watch out for. He had more than enough time to catch that. So, well, anyway, you can see why, and I can see why, a quick calculation and a pretty move does not always equal good. But I came out of it, luckily, at the end. So I hope you enjoyed the game. I know I'll learn something from it, and I hope you did too.